Have you ever seen the happy trail of a chicken? Let me show you. Hey guys, welcome to the farm. I wanted to share some reasons why I raise chickens out on the pasture. I can't tell you how many times I've heard, or you know, you kind of get that feeling from people who's the way they talk to you, like, oh, you're stupid for raising your own meat. Do you know how much chicken is when you go to the Walmart or the Myers or you know what store? And it makes a guy think after a while, why does he do this? So let's talk about the different reasons why I raise chickens out on the pasture. The first reason I raise chickens out on the pasture is I like protein, and I like it in the form of chicken. I like roasted chicken. I like grilled chicken. I like barbecue chicken. I like fried chicken. I like chicken in my soup. I like chicken with stir fry. I like chicken nuggets. I like chicken most any way you can make it. And so that's one reason. We grow it so that we could put it in our freezer so that we know that that food is available. That's the first reason that I raise chicken. The second reason is my kids share in this chore. My kids know where their meat came from. They know that it didn't come from a bag that says boneless, skinless chicken breast. Our meat doesn't come from a bag. Well, I guess they're in a freezer bag in the freezer, but the kids know. The kids saw the chick when it came home. They participated in keeping the brooder clean. My oldest does, we share the chores, so he does the morning chores and I do the afternoon, evening chores. They see the process, they experience it all the way from baby chick to butcher. And then putting in the freezer and labeling. They see the whole process. They are not blind to how food is produced. That's my second reason. My third reason, my money stays local. The hatchery where my chickens came from is about 45 minutes from where I live. The feed mill that I get the feed from is about an 8-minute drive. It is an Amish run feed mill. I can't give you 100% that all the grain and additives and you know all that comes locally, but I know the corn does, I know the soy does, I know all those items are local, which means that my money stays local. And we butchered on site here, but I've got a guy that does my butchering for me who lives 10 minutes away. And so I know that when I take my cash to the feed mill, it's going to that family. When I take that cash to the butcher, it stays with that family. They provide service and product. And now if Tyson's in your neighborhood, I guess you're keeping your money local. If you got a farmer and you're buying your chicken from that farmer, you're keeping your money local. But that's the third reason, is I know that a huge majority of the money that goes into this product stays local. This is my fourth reason. There's probably going to be more, but my fourth reason for raising chicken is I get to keep the manure. And I get to keep it their waste. Have you ever seen the happy trail of a chicken? Let me show you. I don't know if you guys can see. You can see those green blotches out there. And that is the happy trail of these chickens. And so every single rectangle you see here is where they spent roughly 24 hours of the day, and they scratched up the grass, pecked at the grass, put their droppings down on the grass, and you guys can clearly see the result of that. And I consider that the happy trail of the chickens. And you kind of see how it goes. And you know, not real pretty, but you can see what they do, and they really thrash it up there, and then they lay their waste down, and I get green grass. I'm not really certain what this space will become someday on my farm, but we've been running chickens here every spring for about the last 5 or 6 years. Clearly, this ground is becoming better. Just because I run these chickens here for 6 to 8 weeks out on pasture my ground has improved. My real final reason is the infrastructure is low. The cost for infrastructure is low. Now I went with a John Siskovich stress-free chicken tractor here, and what I can tell you about it is that John's right on the money when he says, you know, $165, and depending on your skill level and any modifications you do, but we've got a little bit more than $165. His original plans didn't call for the hardware cloth, and last year I lost a couple birds because I didn't have that there, and so we put that hardware cloth in. So less than $200, and I could produce, we'll average 5 to 6 pounds of, really easily we're going to be at 150 to 180 pounds of meat with low infrastructure. I mean, I built this thing 4 years ago, and so that's my fifth reason is you don't have to spend a lot of money to do this. So hey, thanks for joining me. If you stuck around this long, I appreciate it. And we haven't done a whole lot here on the farm since syrup season. And I shouldn't say we haven't done a lot. We've been doing a ton, but recording, we haven't recorded any. And so we're just getting back at it, and things are green, pretty wet, but they're green around here. So thanks for joining. Those are my 5 reasons why I raise my chicken out on the pasture. Bye now.